Hello Taurus, you have reached Tarot Universe T. I am going to be doing your December 16th through the 31st. I am doing a love reading for you during this time of Christmas season. Let's see what's going on with the Taurus's love life. I am doing a different layout. It's a love tarot love layout, so I will explain it as we go. It's going to be the top section is going to be for Taurus, and the bottom section is going to be for your significant other, or the person of your dreams, or the person you're in love with. Okay, so let's get started. Taurus love reading for December 16th through the 31st. What do we have, Spirit, for Taurus? What do we need to know about Tauruses? See way back there? Guess you can. Okay, so here we are. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I'll have to deal with that in a second. Okay, so what we have here is we have the Two of Wands in the position for the origins of your relationship. So this is Taurus's origins of the relationship. How did the relationship come together? You have the Ten of Wands. You let go of worry. You let go of, you threw caution to the wind, basically. You, you know, like if there's people out there in this world that say, oh, you know, that person's married, she shouldn't be, or he shouldn't be going after that person. Or if this person is, you know, it's just like you put down all the judgments of others. You put down a lot of burdens to get into this relationship is what I'm getting. And I'm getting it more toward... you know, this could even go for somebody that put down their job and moved away to be in a relationship. Now with all this dating online, you may have met someone afar and just said, screw it, you know, I'm going to put all my responsibilities and I'm just going to lay them down and go. So it could be that. It could be that you went against the grain as far as what people... you know, expect others to do, to follow rules as far as customs go. So I'm seeing Taurus lay down some burdens. Okay. Now, on the other side, they have the Four of Cups. So this person was bored in their previous relationship, or they were... not interested in receiving the type of love they had in the past. The type of love they were receiving in the past could have been controlling. It could have been just all for pleasure. It could have been, you know, that it was one-sided even. Because I'm seeing that this person didn't feel very loved. They weren't very excited about the love that they were receiving. So they just kind of threw their hands up in the air and kind of went for it. That's the way the two of you came together. This is what I'm getting for your relationship. Okay. You made them feel loved, Taurus. You made them feel loved. Okay. Now, for the underlying issues of your relationship, you have the Last Judgment. So, what I'm getting for this card here is the underlying issues in this relationship is that you put a lot of stock into this relationship, Taurus. You put a lot of, you know, like, not gambling, but, you know, you saw this relationship that you were going into as successful, and that it was going to progressively get better and better and better and better and lead to success, is what I'm getting. And that maybe you could learn things from this person and that they would benefit you in some way. Okay? Why is that an underlining issue? We'll see. Maybe they can't teach you things. Maybe they can't. Maybe they're not going to be Mr. Perfect. Let's see. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse for their underlying issue. Their underlying issue is you know, the Lord of earned success. And so maybe they're not really putting everything they can into the relationship. That might be what the underlying issue is between the two of you, is that maybe they never intended to put all their stocks into this relationship, that they're not trying to get balance in this relationship. You know, kind of getting a water sign here. Could be Aquarius. I do have Mercury for Virgo. You know, maybe they not expecting to get any kind of balance. They're not looking for balance. Okay. So that could be an underlying issue. All right. So how is the situation now? Okay. Now you have the Hangman. You're on hold, Taurus. You're contemplating things. You're looking at everything from different perspectives that you possibly can. You're trying to figure it out, figure this person out, figure out, you know, the fact that you laid down a lot of burdens to be with this person, a lot of judgments. You didn't care about the judgments. You didn't care about if people liked it or not. You were going to just do it. And now you're in the Hangman mode. So that's the situation right now, is like you're in the Hangman mode wondering if this was worth it. This relationship is worth it. Okay? And what their, the situation is now for them is they have the Princess of Cups in the reverse. So they're not feeling overly loving, is what I'm seeing. It's like you're waiting. What I'm getting, Taurus, is you're waiting for them to show you love. But they're not, they're pulling back. They're not showing you love. That's the issue right now in the relationship. It's like they're not giving you what you need. You know, it's off balance. They're not oozing and goozing you with tons of love right now, anyway. It just seems like they pulled back, almost. Okay. Okay, so where is your relationship headed? I do have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse is telling me you know, that things aren't growing right now. So it's headed for no growth, is what I'm getting from this card. This could mean that you stop putting in effort to make it grow. because you're in the hangman mode. So the relationship's not growing. Neither one of you are putting into the relationship is what I'm saying. You have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. I'm seeing Sagittarius. I'm seeing Virgo, Gemini. And it's in the reverse. So you're not putting in as much as you were to start out with. You're not counting on as much as you were before. Now they're coming across with fire. They're coming across as the Queen of Wands is what they're coming across with. So where is this relationship headed? It's headed, this person, you may make this person feel like a king of fire, you know, like you turn him on. He might feel like he's got all his sexual pleasures met, and maybe he is, or she is feeling like, you know, you're good for public image. This person is feeling that like you're fulfilling their flame. You're fulfilling their passion. You're fulfilling their desires. So it might be a physical thing. And they're allowed to receive love from you and give love. So that makes them feel alive. It makes them feel that fiery energy of feeling alive. So your outcome for you, Taurus, is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is, you know, you might be rushing in with a message for this person. You might be rushing in to tell them something. You might want to relate some message to them. Excuse me. Relate some message to them, or something that's on your mind. The outcome is communication on your end. Okay. And it looks like that, you know, you are coming forward, Taurus, and speaking your mind there. Or you're trying to communicate with them to let them know what you want. You're trying to let them know, you know, that you still care for them. Now, their outcome is the Six of Wands. So you had the Six of Swords in the reverse, and now you've got the Six of Wands in reverse. They're in love with themselves. This person is in love with themselves. Let me see if I can get this. There. The Six of Wands in the reverse. It's like the relationship's unbalanced because this person is putting themselves before you, is what I'm getting. They're more about them and themselves being happy than they are about making you happy. Okay? So, they might be all about them. They might be out doing things for themselves, making sure that they're, you know, receiving admiration from others. They're feeling off balance too from it. They're not feeling balanced about it. It might be just how this person is. Let's see what can Taurus do? Is there anything they can do to change the outcome? We do have the Five of Swords here. It's the Lord of Defeat. You know, this is the swords where you fight. You know, in the Rider-Waite deck, they show that some people fighting with swords, and then the other person just giving up and walking away. So you might want to go and have an argument with this person because the swords are all about verbal. I see an Aquarius involved here, a Libra. You know, and I'm seeing that, you know, what can you do to change the outcome of this relationship, accept defeat? Maybe, you know, this is not for all of you Tauruses naturally. I know some of you have beautiful long-term relationships that are just going, you know, very, very lovely. But this is for the ones that this will touch with. You know, the Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, Taurus Moon, and possibly Venus in Taurus. It's like accept defeat. Maybe you need to accept defeat. It looks like there's some kind of fighting. Like maybe you need to let this person know how you feel, even if you have to cut them down to size and just accept defeat after that. Or if you cut them down to size, will that help? Let's see what can they do to help, if anything, to help change the relationship. And I'm getting the Princess of Pentacles. That's withholding money. Withholding money. So if they're not wanting to stay in this relationship, not spending so much, maybe that's bothering you, Taurus, that they spend too much money. And that's one of your pet peeves with them, that they spend too much money. I'm getting that they're not really showing a lot of passion towards you, not giving a lot of love and support and gifts and nice things. It looks like they've pulled back. So let's do another clarification to find out what's going on with the Tauruses in these relationships. I have to get these cards that fell earlier. I kept my eye on them. They weren't going anywhere. Okay. Okay. I'm going to shuffle them really quickly. So what can Taurus do about this situation? Okay. Taurus. Taurus's love life. What's going on with these cards, Spirit, that Taurus needs to know about? What is going on with this love reading between Taurus and a person that they love? To give them some information and advice. Okay. Taurus. What does Taurus need to... What does Taurus need to do or know about this person that would help Taurus in this relationship? When the cards fell, some of them fell in different, right side up, and some fell not right side up. That's what's happening there. Okay. What's Taurus need to do? Okay, so we're going to do a card for each to bridge the two together. Okay. My dog loves me so much, she's whining to come in to be with me. But I'm not going to get up in the middle of a reading to do that. So she's going to patiently wait. She's warm and in the house. Okay, so what do we have here? We do have the origins of the relationship was the Three of Spring. So you know, between the two of you, at least you, Taurus, you were planning your next steps with an eye on the long-term relationship. You were having patience. There are more good things to come, satisfaction from a job well done. So you were happy when you started this relationship. This person looks like they came from somebody that wasn't giving them much love or affection. So you both had an eye on maybe things would grow, or at least Taurus did, that things were going to go somewhere. Taurus laid down a lot of burdens to be in this relationship. So you were looking for growth. You were looking for long-term in this relationship. Okay. And this person was looking for love and maybe long-term as well, because the card is here between the two of you. We're both looking for long-term. Okay. And the underlying issues between the two of you, you know, Taurus was looking for, you know, something to work out, something that was going to make both of you happy, something that you were both going to learn from each other and prosper and move forward in a positive direction. You have the Nine of Summer in the reverse between the two of you. And I have the Six of Swords for underlining issue for your partner. We talked about that already, where, you know, off balance, being off balance. And the Nine of Summer in the reverse is your wish is not coming true, dreams not fulfilled, and a magical time of life between the two of you. That's the underlying issue. I'm not saying that's the outcome. So the underlying issue between the two of you is maybe one of you is not seeing that there's going to be a dream come true, or maybe you both feel that way, and that maybe you're just dating or you're just with each other to get through a hard time. Okay? That's what I'm getting. And sometimes that works out for people. They get together to get each other through a difficult time. Okay. So then we have the situation the way it is right now. And I have Taurus with the Hangman. You're on hold. You're checking things out. You're trying to figure out what the heck's going on. You're trying to you're waiting to see how it's going to play out. You're going within. You're trying to see their perspective in the matter. And they are the Princess of Cups in the reverse. They're still not feeling loved. They're still not, it's almost like they pulled their love in. And maybe they can't give love. Or they don't want to give love. They don't want to be in love again because they were hurt. Is what I'm getting. Now between the two of you, I have the situation the way it is now. You have the Five of Autumn. And it says to reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. So that could be both of you are feeling a little bit, you know, like maybe you need to reach out and talk to someone else about the situation because you're obviously not on the same page. And maybe, you know, the Five of Autumn is feeling out in the cold a little bit. You know, Taurus might be feeling out in the cold. They have the Hangman there, or this person that you're with he or she may be feeling out in the cold because they're not giving love. They're not giving their love out. They're holding it to themselves. They're loving themselves is what I'm getting. Okay, so it might be leaving Taurus feeling kind of, you guys both feel kind of out in the cold from each other, like you're not really on the same page, you're not really moving forward in each other's energies, is what I'm getting. Okay. The next one that we have is where is the relationship headed? And I have the Eight of Wands for Taurus. Taurus feels like it's not heading in a very fruitful manner forward. That, you know, you might have pulled your love back, Taurus, now. You might have pulled your love back after being on that Hangman position for a while. You don't see the relationship growing. And where do they see it going? They're a Queen of Wands. They see it as being part of their social network. They see it as being part of, you know, having a flame desire for you and having those needs met. You know, including you in social gatherings, and them being very sociable, going out and being sociable. They're feeling good. They're feeling confident and flamboyant, and they're feeling like they're kind of in charge of their life, basically, is what I'm getting there. Between the two of you, you have the Seven of Summers in the reverse. And this card is, you know, if it's in the upright, it says there's no more procrastination. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing options. Well, you have it in the reverse. So, neither one of you is really overanalyzing anything. The Seven of Summer is the Seven of Cups. So in the upright, it means you have a lot of options. Where is the relationship headed? It's not headed toward a lot of options for you. It's not headed toward, not having any more procrastination between the two of you. It looks kind of like aloof is the word that's coming to me. It looks like the relationship's heading for just kind of being friends maybe and being aloof, maybe going out and, having that passion between you and then, separating, and then they go do their Queen of Wands thing. And okay, so then the outcome for them is the Knight of Swords, or I mean for you, Taurus, is the Knight of Swords. So you're coming into your power here and your outcome as to communicate, like what's going on, what are your dreams, where's this relationship going, are we on the same page? That's if Taurus isn't feeling loved, or if you're feeling like you need to communicate, you have that there to communicate with them, and they also have the Six of Wands in the reverse. So that's the Six of Wands is like they don't feel like they're winning at this situation either. They don't feel like they're winning. Let's look at the card between the two of you. It's the Emperor in the reverse, so neither one of you is feeling like you're getting what you want out of this relationship. Neither one of you is feeling success, logic and structure to increase your success. Neither one of you is feeling like the leader either. So neither one of you is leading this relationship, is what I'm getting. That's your outcome. It's like neither one of you are leading the relationship. You're doing talking. You're coming out with the Knight of Swords, so you're communicating. You're coming forward with a message to them. And it's making them feel like they're not a winner. It's making them feel like it's a no-win situation. And it's making... therefore, it's making you both feel like you're not in charge of a relationship. Like you're both not having a successful relationship. Okay, and so what can Taurus do to change the outcome? Accept defeat. Maybe by accepting defeat and not pushing them. If you want to just keep them as a friend and a lover, maybe not pushing them. Accepting defeat, not fighting with them is what you could do to improve the relationship, as long as that's something that you want to do. If that's working for you, then that's good. Then that's what you should do. And what can they do to improve the relationship? And I'm getting the Princess of Pentacles. The Princess of Pentacles in the reverse is someone that is not really giving much of anything, really. They're not giving of their time. They're not giving of their money. They're not giving you things. They're not giving you security. They're not giving you... They're holding back anyway. They're not giving you, the feeling of having a successful relationship is what I'm getting. They're holding back. Now, between the two of you, what can you do to improve your relationships is to have a desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So, maybe both of you need to go your own way. Or if one of you is really stuck on living life a certain way, maybe you need to give in and go with them and let them be the way they are. If you want to go for the ride on that and you're going to be okay with that, that would be one thing you could do. the Eight of Summer, you know, it's really walking away. It's showing, this card is telling me it's time for you guys to walk away from each other if you want to improve the outcome of this relationship, which is feeling like you're defeated, feeling like you're not in charge of your life, feeling like you're not successful. It would be to walk away. Okay, I'm going to do 3 more cards on top of this, Taurus, to give you more clarification as to what's going on with this partner or love. Okay. Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for December 16th through the 31st for their love life with this person or whoever it is they're in love with, whoever their intention is toward to be with? What does Taurus need to know and do? Okay, I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. Taurus, December 16th. What does Taurus's need to know about this situation? Okay, I'm going to break them. Okay. Past, present, and future. The past is the Lady, the Empress, in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles is in your current situation. And in the future is the Sun in the reverse. So, you know, what I'm getting here is, in the recent past, things weren't growing for either one of you, and you kind of came together. You know, you felt like things weren't growing in your situation, and they kind of felt like things weren't growing in their situation. So you laid down burdens, and they were licking their wounds, and the two of you came together. Now you do have the 10 of Pentacles here as your current situation. So maybe the you know, the two of you thought that maybe you could come together and make, you know, and have things and be a family together, or yeah, be a family together, and you know, have nice things and be able to give to one another and others in your family and make things happy. Okay? At least this is what I'm getting, what Taurus is feeling. This other person is probably feeling that way too. I think they're just not ready. And in your future, I'm getting the Sun in the reverse. Unhappiness is what I'm getting. Like, it's like, you know, in the near future, the Sun's still not going to come out with this person. So, like, we want it this way, right, Taurus? We want the Sun to come out. We want happiness, but I'm getting it that you're unhappy. All right. So that was your reading, Taurus. I wished it was better than that, but if it helps you not stay in a long relationship for too long, when there's someone that's not working with you and they're just taking and absorbing and having fun in the moment, and they're not really future oriented with you, then, you know, you need to hear this. Then it's for you. Then you need to move on and spare yourself a lot of time wasted. So take what you will from it, and, you know, whoever this is meant for will know that it's meant for them. So wishing you a lot of wonderful holiday and success as far as happiness goes in your family and friends. So Merry Christmas to those that celebrate Christmas, and I will see you soon. All right, Taurus, bye-bye.